Hey get everyone, this is Mike, and today I'm going to be bringing you a cast between our good old Bike Rush Ownz, who's playing Nod, and our blue random player, Physick. So let's go straight into this game. So as I said before, Bike Rush being our red Nod in the bottom right hand corner of Tournament Arena, and on the left hand side here we have Physick as our blue screen. So of course Bike does not know what his opponent is going to be, and Physick starting off with a foundry first into his power plant, his reactor, and looks like he's going to be going for, of course, his Tiberium spike. And looks like Bike is going to start off with a Shadow Team Rush. Is it just going to be two, or is he going to be... Oh no, he's just popped out the two using his support power and then setting off his secret shrine for a third scouting party. So what he's looking for, he's looking for the outpost, which actually needs... Yeah, needs two there. But unfortunately for him, Physick's actually moving with the drone ship. So what we might see here is the Shadow Team's actually going onto the Foundry. And it's going to take it out just before he places that. I do believe it would have been a refinery that he was trying to place down. So very good work there by Bike, being able to stall any Foundry production. So back down to the one building queue, unfortunately. Just going to do some damage on the reactor using the bombs. And his power plant's very exposed here. No war factory either. There's a war factory. So Seeker are going to be coming out. Going to be trying to... Oh. I was about to say, looks like he was going to be trying to take out these Shadow Teams, but unfortunately Bike not paying attention. Buzzer Hive going right on top of where those Shadow Teams were. So we've been spending a lot of time on Physick's base, so let's have a look at... Oh, watch out. Going back to Bikes, he's gone double War Factory, sold his MCV, and going to be pushing with Bike Buggy, looks like. This is a very interesting strategy because in Tiberium Wars, the MCV doesn't give as much relative like cost back to the player, because the harvesters aren't as important and the money is a lot more free. So selling an MCV does set you back a long way in Tiberium Wars if you do not make the most of it. So Bike feeling very confident he can end it right here, right now. But we'll see whether Physick can actually hold this off, getting his second war factor of his own. But is it going to be enough to stall all these Bikes and these few buggies? Might have to pull out a portal from somewhere just to take care of these Bikes, because possibly the disintegrators could knock down the buggies. But wow, there's just so many Bikes coming in. As we have a look onto Physick, so Psychic's still rolling quite a lot of cash, but Bike is slowly getting down. But because he sold his MCV, doing a huge amount of damage and pushing out so many units. But it looks like he's going to be taking out, that's 2 harvesters down, 3 harvesters down, and a lot of Seekers. So as the Bikes start moving north, they're going to be trying to taking out the harvesters up in the northern Tiberium field. And he's going to try and get one, but this is the thing, like the harvesters are so much harder to take out in Tiberium Wars, and he's losing a lot. And unfortunately he won't have much to fall back on, because he's still, like, Physick still has a little bit of Tiberium left, so that's still a good, like, what, 3k, 3.5k of blue Tiberium left. So Physick held it off pretty well, but here comes more forces, about 10 more Bikes coming in, going to be taking out, looks like 1 harvester, and going to be going off to the blue field to find some more harvesters. It's another harvester going down. And looks to me like another one as well. But if these Seekers, there's enough Seekers here to push off these bikes. If Physick's careful and can protect these middle harvesters, then he should be alright. He's pumping out 3 war factories worth of Seekers, so he's definitely not going to have any construction problems. But unfortunately, he's just being dragged side to side. His Seekers really don't all need to be up there. Only needed a few to chase those bikes away. But very good counter engages here from Bike. Whenever Physick decides to pull all his forces one way, his Bike's attacking with his bikes through another way. But unfortunately, this Tiberium field is now starting to run dry, so Bike's window of opportunity is dwindling very, very quickly, and I'm afraid he's going to be pushed back here. And again, just the Seekers slightly caught out of position, and the Bike's taking advantage of that, but I do not know whether they've actually put themselves in a bad position, because he's trapped himself into the corner. And we'll see whether he can maneuver his way around this, but yeah, and it looks like he's going to. Physick having to power down these buildings due to some reason, but look at this, Bike again taking advantage of the fact that Physick's just pulling his Seekers left, right and center, and again just flanking through the back. Bike sees that he's got the tech center up and is looking to come and destroy it. Good power plant placement there, but yeah, that probably saved the tech center. Just slightly having to make the bikes move. The Seekers given enough time to come across, but there's a whole lot of weakened Seekers here. And again, Bike using his amazing micro management skills, forcing a phase field out of Physick. But look at this fantastic control here. I just want to check Bike's through the eyes. So he's constantly looking through the top bikes, his second lot of bikes, first lot of bikes, second lot of bikes, and just constantly this movement. Very hard to react to someone who knows what they're doing in this situation. So this tech center not going to go down. Yes, it will. Forces the sellout here by Physick. So unfortunately not able to get any tripods out, which would have been amazing against these bikes. Just one tripod could have made the difference here. But unfortunately these bikes just too strong against the Seekers, and I don't see how Physick had it. All he needed was just to hold off for an extra minute, get a tripod out. As soon as that tripod came out, it would have made it so much easier, but Bike just too good with his multitasking, and we'll see whether that's it, because really Bike's on his last teethers, and Physick hasn't been able to scout Bike's base in a long while, so he doesn't know what Bike has. Being a seasoned Tiberium Wars player, which I'm sure Physick is, you would think he would know that Bike's probably on his last strands, but Bike's there. He's selling off his second war factory, so he's not expecting a lot here. But Physick going to be pressing, and there's a lot of cannon fodder at the front with these bikes. They've got hefty armor and will be soaking up the Seekers' damage if they don't target the bikes first. But even so, they even do quite a good amount of damage against the Seekers, because Seekers have their reduced armor, I do believe. But I did doubt Bike's decision to set off his MCV, but that was a nice short sweet game. If you guys wanted a demonstration of how to multitask perfectly, that was it. As you saw when I quickly switched to his cam, it was just, you know, just control 1, control 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, just constantly moving around the map. And that's how you become as good as Bike Rush Ownz, and that's why he is our Command & Conquer Tiberium Wars expert. So, after that tutorial, I'd like to thank you for watching. Give it a like, and I shall see you in my next cast.